Happy Thursday and happy Facebook Live time. I am Melissa Kerman with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse, and you are joining me for Treehouse TV, my latest episode. I've got some fun in store tonight. I'll have my regular announcements, but we're going to be making a project with an ice cream theme. Super fun. I'm going to actually show you 3 different versions of this card. I'm going to be using several products that are retiring. Of course, this is that time of year. I just have to show as many retiring products as possible. And then with my announcements, I'm going to show you and explain what's this big bucket of things. So without further ado, let's jump right into announcements. Welcome those of you who are joining in. Hi, Debbie. I see there are other people out there. I don't know who they are, but yay, glad to see you here. All right, so on the announcements front, 2 weeks ago, I did a prize drawing for, I gave away one of my electronic technique classes, which includes 3 components. Hi, Charlotte. And we had a winner, but I have not heard from her, so I'm hoping that she's on tonight and that she will let me know what class she wants. And the winner was Karen Berry. So if you know Karen, tag her and let her know. Or hopefully she'll be joining us and she will let me know. So yay. Hi, Megan. So let's see what else. So we're really in the final countdown to the new catalog. We have just really a few days left with the current annual catalog, which retires on the 3rd of May. And I'm doing some things in recognition of the end of that catalog, including pop-up Facebook Lives that I've been doing this week. I did one on Monday and one on Tuesday. Yesterday just had too much on my plate, so I wasn't able to do it, but I will likely do some over the weekend and into early next week. So stay tuned for that. I'm grabbing my card salad baggies made with things that are retiring to show them off and play with them, and it's been really fun. And if you have chimed in and joined me for any of those pop-up events, comment here and let me know what you think. Tell other people they should be joining in too. All right, so and feel free, of course, to share this video out and tag friends, so we'll have more people joining in on the fun tonight as well. Hi, MJ. Yay. All right, so let's see what else. So the annual catalog retires on May 3rd, so just 4 days left. And in recognition of that, I am doing a BOGO sale. So I'm giving a free retired item for every $40 in merchandise that you spend. If your order is under 150, you have to use my current hostess code. If the order is over 150, you don't, and you still get the BOGO benefits from me. So I have, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, 50 or 60, if that's how I'm remembering it, because I was putting them on to a page yesterday of items that are retiring to give away. So lots of things to give away. So this is a great time to dive in and get those retired items, or the items, even items that are not retiring, to get freebies from me. So check that out on my website. And actually, I am making that for subscribers only, newsletter subscribers only. So you do have to subscribe and have received my newsletter in order to get the link to participate in that. You feel free to comment here if you are not a newsletter subscriber and you want me to send you a link. I'd be happy to do that. That I do try to do some special things just for my newsletter subscribers. Okay, so let's what else? So that's free stamp sets and bundles for that. Okay, let's see what else. So I also have coming up my 10 at $100 annual catalog special offer. Now that's for people who want to wait until May 4th to purchase products. It's a way of getting hostess rewards without hosting a party and without spending $150 in product. So that's a great way to launch the new catalog. And that information is on my website also. Let's see. I know it's in the newsletter, and I'm just trying to remember if I've actually put it in a blog post. I might not have. I just only share things with newsletter subscribers, apparently. Anyway, it should be in the More Going On Now section of each of my blog posts. So check there if you don't see it anywhere else, and let me know if it's not there and you're interested, and I'd be happy to share the link with you. Okay, tomorrow I also have the dry embossing with dyes technique class. It is actually too late to RSVP for it, but you can still buy the electronic materials and get that class after the live. So super excited for that, for those of you who are signed up. Hi Sharon, hi Vicki. Let's see what else. Product shares are happening now. Also, the reservation deadline for that is May 2nd. So that is this Sunday, so coming up really quick. And these are my unique Taste of a Suite product shares. I bundle products together from a given suite, and I'm also doing a specialty designer paper share and a specialty embellishment share and an in-color share. So those are not suites. Those are 3 additional shares on top of the suite-focused shares. And I do have more photos on my website for that. If you're interested in the product shares, you go to the product shares tab and you'll see the second button is for the current annual catalog shares. So definitely check that out if you're interested. It's a great way to get a lot of products without spending all the money of buying full packs of things. All righty. Let's see. I think that is it for my announcements. So ready to launch into the project. So before I switch gears, these are little packets of designer series paper. I package up 18 4x6 pieces and packets of cards. These are just some of the perks that I'm giving to people who participate in the 10 at 100 annual catalog party. So not only do you get hostess rewards, but you also get one of each of these 2 goodies, designer paper and some free card samples, and you get to pick a free retired item, and you get free card kits. So 4 different additional things over and above hostess benefits. So my new annual catalog special offer is pretty awesome. I'll just say that. Lots of freebies. All right, so the products I'm using today that are retiring include the stitched nested label dies. I love these and I'm really going to miss them. They're a unique shape and I'm going to use that unique shape in today's project. Another product that's going away is our silver foil sheets. Can't believe this is going away. If any of you guys know me from probably the 2 techniques I am most well known for, tarnished foil and black ice. I used silver foil for both of those in their original form. I have since done both of those techniques in other metallic foils as well, but I'm super sad that silver's going away. It's really neutral and easy to use. And then I'm also going to be using the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder and my all-time favorite embossing folder, which I use all the time, the Subtle 3D embossing folder. So let's turn the camera down and get started with the project. Okay, so I showed you the things that are retiring, but I'm also going to be using some things that are not retiring. So I am using the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set and the coordinating punch. And then I'm using a sentiment from the Blossoms in Bloom set. And this is going to be a birthday card. Who doesn't love ice cream at a birthday, right? Leave that in here. Put those aside. Now I'm going to show you the original card and then I'm going to actually be remaking this in 2 different ways to show you how the card comes together and to show you some various options for how to do it. So this is my card. So this is, I mean, obviously like a big ice cream sundae. The only thing it's missing is whipped cream and a cherry on top. Who wants whipped cream and a cherry on top? I do, but I don't know how the foggiest idea of how I would actually add those. So I've got some sprinkles on there. Those are actually retiring, those little sprinkles. And then this designer paper is also retiring. I'm going to show you that paper. This is actually part of the Ice Cream Corner suite of products. So this is the designer paper, and those ice cream scoops were punched out of each of these designer papers. So they're really fun way to use those papers. And then of course, then there's some of the other patterns here as well. So it's really, really cool paper. Pretty much all the designer papers last for one catalog period and then they go away. So this one is one of the ones that's going away. So there's some of the back sides. Set that aside. Now I've also done ice cream themed projects with the glimmer paper. This is actually not going away. This is not retiring. I'm super excited that that's not going away. So some of the specialty papers stick around. And then you guys may recognize this project done with that glimmer paper. So much fun, right? Okay, so let's get started in doing this. So I'm going to use a piece of silver foil, and I'm grabbing this one of the dies, and I am, for the very first time on camera, going to use my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Isn't this the cutest little thing ever? Oh my goodness, you're here from Slovenia. How wonderful. Welcome. I don't know if I'm going to say your name right. Ivaka? Welcome. That's so awesome. So glad you're here. Okay, so I am just going to be cutting off a piece of my silver foil using the die. So I'm basically making my little ice cream bowl, if you will. And I don't really want, I want it to go just a little bit past the bend, sort of like it's a bowl that comes around it curls around. Now, when I was doing this, the original design, as I showed you, used cinnamon cider for the bowl. And for this one, I wanted to use the silver because, you know, if you think about when you go to like an ice cream shop and you get a bowl of ice cream, I think more often than not, it's going to be silver. And I thought it would be a great opportunity to use my silver foil, since I won't be able to very much after this. So I'm just doing my layers, and this is, the first layer is the number 1 plate, and then I've got 2 number 2 plates that are sandwiched one on top of the other. So they're number 2 here, and then this is number 2 just backwards, because I got it upside down. And we're just going to run it through. Such a cute little machine. Has anybody out there gotten the little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine? So I'm just going to remove this. Take off the bottom, and there is my adorable little bowl. Isn't that simple? So cool. Now, on my original version, I was thinking that I needed to have like a rim on the bowl. And so this is probably a very neglected die in this set. So I pulled this die right here and just placed it right on my piece at the top. And all it does is it doesn't cut, it just makes a little line, okay? Now you'll see on my finished project, oh, you just ordered the nested, stitch nested, good for you, Sharon. Now, I got it a little bit at an angle, but in truth, when I put this together, and I didn't realize that when I was doing it, most of this this top portion is going to get covered up. So you really don't need to use this, but now you know how to use it if you want to have an edge. Okay, so set that baby aside. Now I have done another one where I used my Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, and I embossed the piece just to have a little bit more of a decorative bowl. So check that out. This embossing folder is retiring. So now I'm all set with the bottom portion of my, my bowl. And now I need to make some ice cream scoops. So now I want to know what your favorite ice cream is out there. Anybody share what their favorite ice cream is? Do you like strawberry? Like melon mambo? Or how about chocolate? Comment and let me know. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? And I'll tell you mine in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to take my little ice cream scoop. And when I did the melon mambo, I did several colors, but I stamped it off because I didn't want it to be too bright. I want it to be sort of a pale pink, more like what a strawberry ice cream cone might look like. So I did that one, and then I stamped with my little specks right there just to give it a little bit of texture. Chocolate and strawberry, how perfect. Sharon, you know what? Chocolate, yes, Mary Beth. That's my favorite flavor, is chocolate. I told it now. I revealed my secret. Chocolate, chocolate, and chocolate. That's my favorite. How about light chocolate or dark chocolate, or I should say milk chocolate and dark chocolate. What's your favorite? Light chocolate, dark chocolate? I say vanilla, Parker House vanilla with cherries. Ooh, now that's fun. Add a little chocolate to that and I'm in. Yay. Hi, Lorene. I'm glad to see you here. See you're watching. Okay, so now I'm going to take my punch. Now I punched this in, I stamped this in such a way that I knew I could take my punch and put it in here. Now, if I had done it this way, if I wanted to, I would have had to orient the stamp differently. So it's always good with punches to stamp it with the orientation of your punch in mind. So I wouldn't want to necessarily do it that way because then I'd be cutting that out at the same time, right? So this way, my cone portion is off the side of the cardstock. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch that out. Now there's also a Jimmy's image in this set, which is super cute, and I used that on something else, which I'll show you in just a minute. So now, fast forward. As I mentioned, chocolate is really my favorite flavor, so I decided I would stamp and punch out several chocolate ice cream scoops. So I have done one in crumb cake, one in soft suede, and one in early espresso. And then on these, I did Jimmy's instead of the sprinkles, okay? So to assemble this, well, let's get some of the other pieces in here. I'm gonna need a backing piece, and let's just grab these. Do I do chocolate or do I do strawberry first? Okay, so I've got a card base that is early espresso, and then I've dry embossed a piece of crumb cake with my subtle 3D embossing folder. You can see the texture in there, and I've got adhesive already on the back. So that I'm just going to go ahead and attach to the front. Now, I have to decide if I'm going to use my non-embossed or my embossed, and one's going to be for the strawberry and the other color scheme, and one's going to be for the chocolate. I think I'm going to use this one for the chocolate. So now I have a strip of silver foil here. This was just a scrap in my silver scraps, and I'm just going to bend the end. You can see I have bent one of the ends there to give my bowl a rim. Now I didn't do that on this one. This was sort of a little brainstorm to kind of finish it off on this one. So I'm going to grab a glue dot and wrap it around the back side. So I'm just putting a glue dot on the end. It's already folded, and then just going to wrap it around. You could definitely get away without doing this, but I thought it would add a nice additional touch. So now I'm just going to fold the other side over. There's a little more excess on the back, but that's okay. I could trim it off or not. Really doesn't matter. It'll be hidden in behind. So there's my little rim of my bowl. Now that's going to go here on the front. And I've got a piece of early espresso ribbon. This is also carrying over, which I'm very happy about because I've barely used this ribbon. And I'm just going to put a glue dot on the end of each side and wrap it around the bottom, just for a little decorative element. I mean, a bowl wouldn't normally have, you know, a ribbon wrapped around the bottom, but it just makes it look cute. So I'm going with it. And then I'm going to actually make a little tie here on the end. And just tie it real tight. And then I just need a scissors to trim that off. All right, Does anybody else out there have like a reaction to pollen in the air? I have been needing to clear my throat so much these days. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back side of this, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my white glue. It's just easy. I've been using it a lot lately. Did it in both my pop-ups this week. And I'm just going to attach it down here at the bottom. So I'm sure I've mentioned things like this before, but sometimes when I'm trying to visualize how to make a project or how it will look, I will do a Google search for images. And when I was trying to think out this project as far as my silver bowl, I typed in ice cream bowls, and what immediately came up with was glass bowls. And so I wanted to see what kind of bowls, what metallics would show up, and if silver was one that was common. And so I typed in metallic bowls, metallic ice cream bowls, and sure enough, pretty much everything I saw was silver. I was like, great. This is my bowl. I can do my silver foil, and it'll be super cute, and it'll look sort of real. So cute so far, right? Doesn't even have ice cream in it. So now I want to show you how I assembled my ice cream scoops. So I have actually gotten this one started. So I wanted to show you. So I want them to be at different heights. So what I did with this center one is I put a very small mini dimensional on the farthest point of the scoop. So the farthest out point on this center one. And then I'm going to start piling up some additional dimensionals on here. And I want the center one to be double height. So I'm going to put a second one on top of the middle here. And then I'm going to work with my, my bigger dimensionals just because it'll be easier. And I'm going to stack up two on top of another in this first one, this one here. In the middle, because that's the one that's going to be double height. And then I'm going to do a single height on these sides. And then it's going to go ahead and get attached on here. So let's see. I have my my other one, but I haven't, let's see. I have this other version. Okay, well, we're just going to go with this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do single layers of dimensionals on the sides here. And I like to put a lot on there because I really want it to be, you know, secure. And then I'm going to take my other ice cream scoops that I've stamped already, punch those out, and I'm working from the bottom up so that of course I'm not wasting cardstock. And I did experiment with using full ink for the espresso or second ink, but I felt like the second ink was too similar to those, so I wanted it to be different, so I'm not going to use the second inked one, and that is my soft suede here. Okay, I missed the beginning because I see, Megan, you said, and you love cats so much, and I completely missed whatever your other comment was, so I have no context for that comment. All right, maybe you'll let me know, or I'll just have to read the comments later, go back and catch up. So there's my last ice cream scoop. So I've got a couple of extras. That's why I always end up with card salad, because I cut extras as I try different things. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you here. Hi, Chris. All right, so we're building an ice cream, a bit of ice cream font. So I have not attached this down because what I want to do is place these out where I want them, and kind of don't want, I want the two close into the center. and then one up top and in behind. So I'm going to kind of get my positioning first, and then I'll place each one of them down one at a time. So let's start with that one on the top. And again, I'm going to use my liquid glue. And just kind of tuck it in there. We'll get these positioned. Oh, look at you guys. Okay, so you guys are talking about not near Teton Valley. Okay, I love it. The Tetons. I love the Tetons. Megan knows I'm going to come and visit her one day because I love the mountains. Let's see. So, getting my position in here. Getting that placement is maybe the hardest part. And I want the gap between these two to not be, I don't want to see the crumb cake in behind. So I think that positioning is pretty good. Just like that. And then I can remove all of my backings. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys know I haven't finished this color scheme in this card ever, so I'm seeing it for the first time right along with you guys. Hi, Fran. Glad to see you here. Okay, so my second version of this, as you know, is going to be like strawberry fruit flavored ice cream, and with a slight variation, right? Just different colors. So let's get that on there. I kind of like the little the rim of my bowl with that silver. Oh no, what happened back there? Trying to get my position just right. And there we go. Okay, one more little element and we're good. Who wants some ice cream right now? So I stamped 2 happy birthdays. Thank you for sharing, Fran. And that image is from the Blossoms in Bloom. I just wanted something kind of small and not too bold. Now I've done one in soft suede and one in early espresso, just to give myself some choices. They both have adhesive on the back. So there's the soft suede, and there's the early espresso, and the soft suede wins. Now for my card, let's see, I want it to hang off just a little bit off the edge. So it is soft suede ribbon that's right below it, and the card base is soft suede too, so kind of all fits together. What do you guys think? I think it's so cute. I was wondering whether the silver bowl would look right with the chocolate and the vanilla cardstock, because this is vanilla cardstock that I stamped on instead of white. All right, so there's that one. Let's take a look at the other one that I have planned. And this one will come together quick. I may finish it off camera and just show you kind of the basics. So for this one, look how pretty that color scheme is. I just love it. So you guys may remember some weeks ago I did this project with the, I think it's sweet strawberry. And I just loved this color scheme. I thought, oh, I have to do that again. And it just seemed perfect for this project. So I've got my white subtle 3D embossed piece, and I'm putting it onto a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock. Ice cream, ice cream. Who has ice cream at home to eat? I do. I have ice cream downstairs, and will probably be what I do as soon as I finish Facebook Live. Okay, so I have another piece of silver that I'm going to use for my edge. And again, folding it over. You know what? I may just, do I want to fold it over this time? Yeah, why not? Fold it over, attach it with a glue dot. I really just want to have it be done. I'm wishing I had done some steps ahead. Do you guys want to see me finish this, or should I just like lay it out and then finish it off camera? Let me know. Okay, trim this off. I love when people join in from all over the world. It's just such a treat. Is Wendy out there? I don't know if I remember seeing your name flash by. Wendy is from the UK, and I think it's about midnight when she joins in. And she's often here with us, and I just love that. Okay, so I got my little edge to my bowl at the top. Nancy says, yes, finish it. All I need is a little egging on. Just want to make sure I'm not boring you guys. All right, so we got some ribbon choices for this one. Now, I played around with this Calypso Coral. Now, I'm not using Calypso Coral for any of my ice cream scoops. For this one, I used the Stamped Off Melon Mambo. That is Petal Pink, and that full ink. And that is the Poppy Parade full ink. Now the Calypso looks good with it, but then I also thought maybe I could color some of this white ribbon, the white crinkled seam binding, with one of our new in colors. So I also tried stamping with this new in color. This is the Pale Papaya, one of the new in colors. I stamped it and it was just a little dark, and I wasn't able to do the sprinkles and have them show up. So I kind of veered away from that. But I do have the Blends alcohol markers in this same color, in the Pale Papaya. So I thought, why not try coloring a little bit of the white and see if I might get a more of a blended look to my ribbon, you know, so it's not quite such a stark difference in color. So let's just color this whole baby up. It's actually kind of a shade darker than the Petal Pink. The Petal Pink is sort of a, I don't know, I want to call it a peachy pink. So it's not unrelated to this Pale Papaya. I think they're going to look nice together. And this is actually the Pale Papaya. And now I feel like I have to get a piece of the Petal Pink to show you guys the difference. So let's just do that. Because I can. Got my card stuck right behind me. So there's the two side by side. So it's, you can see this is a little more pink, but it's not a super pink. So there's the two next to each other. In case you were curious. Okay, so now this is colored with my Pale Papaya. So now we can kind of lay it out and see what we think. One versus the other. I'm going to watch for votes. You wish you could eat ice cream. Oh, you're lactose intolerant. I'm so sorry to hear that. You can get lactose-free ice cream. I've seen it in the store. It's, okay, so there's that. And there's my, you know what? I think the Pale Papaya is going to win out because the Calypso is kind of dark. Now, I will say this is actually retiring. So I was, you know, again, on a mission to share things that were retiring, but I think that this Pale Papaya, colored on the crinkled seam binding, is better. So that's what we're going to do. So let's grab a glue dot to attach it around the back side, just like we did the other one. Ah, it's pretty. I just love playing with new colors. I have a feeling you guys do too. So I'll just put my little, got my glue dot too high. All right. So when you put it on the back, of course, it has to be at an angle so that it's against the edge of the cardstock, the silver foil. It's not quite even on the side. All right. So now I have the perfect extra amount here to do my little tie on the bottom. So this, the sweet ice cream, of course, is, that stamp set is carrying over, yay, and so is the punch. So the other thing I thought of, I was thinking about this as I was playing, yeah, the pale papaya is great. So think about this. Okay, we had a conversation about popsicles some weeks back when I was doing, I don't know, something else. And this just made me think of a creamsicle. Is it not like a creamsicle? I could totally see that. The vanilla and the vanilla ice cream and the white and the papaya looks like slightly bit like orange. So that's my next mission, is to make an ice cream cone, a creamsicle. Oh, it's looking so cute. Okay, let's attach this baby. Again, my handy dandy white glue here. And just now, I'm realizing that my little, well, that's going to be held down by the ice cream, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so here we go. I know, I'm kind of talking to myself. I'm thinking about the top piece on the bowl. I want to make sure it lays flat. So I may want to tuck a glue dot underneath it to make sure it stays down. Let's see. That should do the trick. Nice. All right, you're ready to assemble our cones. I already have all of this already set, so all I have to do is attach my happy birthday and find where these are going to go on the top. Just going to lay them down and then I'll figure out my position. We want that satisfaction of completion, right? I want to see this come together. I'm glad you guys do too. Creamsicle, yes. Okay, so that's going to be just like I want it. Okay, so this one has to come down just a little bit. I have a little bit more of a gap in here than I did on the other one. I think those are going to be right where they need to be. Now these, I already took the backings off of the dimensionals on here, but I did it exactly the same way. 2 layers thick for this center one and 1 layer thick on the outside ice cream scoops. Ice cream, ooh, you scream. Who screams for ice cream? Isn't that what we say? Yay! And there we go. I'm so satisfied. Now all I need is a spoon. I got my chocolate and I got my strawberry and berry. And then I've got my mixed scoops with my little tiny sprinkles on the top. And there you go. So fun, right? All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and say goodbye, do a few reminders. So when I did one of my pop-ups earlier this week, I didn't turn my camera around to show my face at the end. And my friend Christy, she's like, I wanted to see your face. Something like that anyway. And so I said, okay, I was being lazy. I will do it next time. Okay, it's falling. I have to tighten this up. Okay, so let's just finish up with a couple of reminders and I can go from there. One of these days I'm going to get that fancy thing done where all I have to do is press a button and it flips for me. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that project and ice cream. I hope you guys have some ice cream at home to be able to eat. It's starting to warm up here, so it's starting to feel more summery. So yeah, ice cream season. All right, so just the quick recap. So don't forget to get whatever retired items you still want or need and take advantage of my BOGO sale. Remember, for every $40 you spend, you get to pick a free retired item. The bundles count as 2 items, and I have lots of bundles as well, some great bundles with dies and with punches. So that's a great opportunity. And then if you want to wait till the new annual catalog comes around, I've got my annual catalog special offer, hostess benefits, plus those 4 other gifts that I mentioned. And if you're a newsletter subscriber, you're hearing all about this in my newsletter. If you want to subscribe to my newsletter, please let me know. I'd be happy to send you a link and get you in the know. And then, of course, I've got my product shares. The last day to reserve those is this Sunday, so don't miss out. They're like the best kind of product share ever. I am a super fan because I get a little bit of everything if I want it. I usually just take what's left over unless there's stuff that I really have to have and love, but I get to get my hands on all of it. So much fun. So I do have more photographs of product share products on my website, whatever was available to order ahead of time. So make sure to check that out. Okay, so I will be back next Thursday, May 6th, same time, same channel, and watch for more pop-up videos. I have baggies of retired things that I just can't wait to show off, and I'm hoping to do several more of those, 2 or 3 more, some over the weekend, maybe early next week. Because I have until Monday, right? So I got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, got 4 days. So maybe I'll do 2 more pop-ups. So watch for me on Facebook for a fun project. When I've been doing the pop-ups, they've been like 20 minutes long, so super quick. So I hope you'll join in. All right, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for spending time with me tonight. Bye. Mwah. I'm glad you liked the cards, Charlotte. Yay. You're very welcome. All right. Bye, everyone.